Welcome back, everyone. This is Mate Sipper coming to you on this rainy Saturday morning. Let's see what the weather's going to be for Sunday. Partially cloudy with a light breeze. Expect lots of pollen. Alright, we will be expecting that, I guess. So, I want to start this video off by cutting until I get my inventory sorted out, and then we will come back after that. So I will see you in a minute. And welcome back, everyone. So, as you can see in my inventory, I kind of have a various assortment of stuff going on here. So, the idea behind it is, I'm just going to leave that until tomorrow. That, what's it called? The rice is ready to harvest, but I don't know. I can't be arsed right now to deal with it. Such a terrible thing to say. I'm going to actually sell these now. I don't need those. We have carrots. Carrots actually restore for a lot more. But yeah, the goal today is going to be upgrade our fishing pole so we can put bait on there. It's going to be donate some of the stuff at the community center and open some geodes and donate to Gunther. That should be a pretty good plan today. But yeah, the goal is to fish and fish a little bit more. Oh, you know what? I forgot my hoe. I'm going to grab that real quick. Just in case we come across any more carrot seeds or anything of the sort. You never know. It's going to take a while to get that, what's it called? The museum filled up. Nice, a rock. Well, you never know. We might be a rock short one day. Let's see, what were we talking about in that last video? Oh yeah, I was talking about my old job, working as a tax accountant. And the amount of love I have for, I guess, reading publications about taxes. But yeah, if you guys ever have a book that you think I'd enjoy reading, please recommend it. I love reading. I will do my best to read it or acquire it. And oh, I forgot a piece of steel. Well, that's poopy. Oh well, we can deal with that later. I'm gonna wait to give you the aquamarine Emily bundle. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh yeah, that bundle. So yeah, this is why we're gonna need the 4 apples, because we need 3 for that one and for the other one. I'm just making sure that there's nothing else here that needs to be attributed. Oh yeah, cave carrot. Let's get that out of here first. After that, we should be well on our way over to Clint's. Sorry about that cut. I had to adjust my headpiece a little bit. Not my headpiece, my headphones. They were pinching my ear, and ooh boy, was it just a little irritating. So yeah, you'll notice I have this bug meat. Bug meat is an interesting item. With it, we could just make a ton of bait. The most bait you can ever have on a fishing pole is 999. So with me planning to get that fishing rod today, I figure we might as well make sure that we can have enough bait to accommodate it. But yeah, the main reason I wanted to fish today was actually to hopefully get some catfish. And I mean, I'm okay with any other fish we get too, but I'm definitely wanting to get some more catfish more than anything else. More rocks. Yay. Well, that one rock actually did come to be useful then, because instead of being used in another inventory slot, it'll just be put over there. And off to the museum. How's it going, Mr. Bill? Yeah, you can have an aquamarine. You should be happy I'm letting you take precedence over Miss Emily. Oops, I don't want that there. I want this right over here. Or, you know what, we're going to put it there. And we'll put that there. What you got for us? Melon seeds? Well, it's the wrong season for those, but I will definitely accept them for next year. Alright, Willie, I hope you make it worth my time. I hope this fishing pole isn't worth more than... It costs more than whatever I have in my pocket right now. So I basically invested an entire day into coming and seeing you. Alright, here we go. Don't smash my dreams, Willie. Don't do it. No, I don't want that. Fiberglass. That works for me. We will pick up the fiberglass rod. Just like that, we have upgraded our fishing pole. So, put that down there. Keep you up there, put you there, and you... I might keep that there just in case we see anyone that might be interested in that item. You know what? I have an odd assortment of goodies we have going on here. So I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but just like how you can sell stuff directly to Pierre, you can sell stuff directly to Willie. And it can be fish, or it can be anything you pick up off the beach. So like this coral and the like. So if you ever are grinding away at fishing at the ocean, as long as you get everything done before 4, you can just directly sell it to him. It is really nice. But yeah. Then hopefully one day we can get down into the sewer. I mean, I say that, but I know that we'll be able to. Oh, nice bubbles. So the upgraded fishing pole, all it doesn't like increase how far you can cast or anything like that, but it just allows you to put bait on the first one. And on the second one, we'll be able to start adding like bobbers to it. So that'll be nice. Gotta increase our, our casting distance even more. I don't really like bubbles that are right by the shore like that, because the fish you catch from them are going to be lower. So the way fishing works in this game is there's certain zones everywhere on the map that like the fish tend to inhabit. And so the closer to the shore you are, the lower the quality of the fish. So for like a cast like this will probably be like a 0-star fish. Which, I mean, is okay if you're going for like there's some things that it's okay to not have like any stars on your fish. But like for us, where we're trying to sell fish, obviously we want like the highest quality. We want to provide the best quality of fish to our smoker to sell to, I don't know, wherever Mary Lewis sells everything we throw in that box at the end of the day. So with that being the case, when I see bubbles like right here, yeah, I'll cast to them, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of silly. Man, I am grateful to be catching all these catfish, though. I'm not grateful to be catching broken CDs. So I don't know who put all these CDs in the water, but it's definitely a common thing you're going to see. You're going to see lots of broken CDs when you fish in this game. But let's see here. Well, I guess going back to the topic of like books that I enjoy reading. When I say I'll read anything, I mean I will read just about anything. I have textbooks that I'll read sometimes. When I was growing up, my parents bought all these encyclopedias for us, and I'd start in the A's and I'd work all the way to the end. I'd read all the encyclopedias and like, so I don't know, I like reading. I like learning about the world around me. It's always been interesting to me to see kind of everything around us and just how it reacts with each other. And then I enjoy classics. I've read Excuse me. I've read books that are older than anyone who's watching this channel, such as Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott, and that would be the original. Not, I mean, I've never gotten like a first edition of that book. That would be extremely rare and amazing. I'd love that if I ever got my hands on that. But books like that. I like adventure books like the Tales of Redwall, or because those are like fantasy books. I like suspense. When I was growing up, I read a book called Abduction, and it's about this kid. Or sorry, not this kid. It's about a dad who has two kids that... Or sorry. Man, it's been such a long time since I read that book. I read it in like 5th grade. But yeah, it's about this father who... He's divorced from his wife, and one of his kids goes missing. And so, I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but in the United States especially, anytime people go missing, especially kids, the first suspect is always going to be like a parent, especially if there's a divorce. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't planning on that, but there you go, Emily. Making my own clothes, but it's not easy to get cloth. Well, maybe one day I'll get some cloth. I don't know if Haley likes these, so I'm going to give her one just to find out. Gasp. For me? Thank you. Of course, Haley. I'm feeling an urge to go shopping. Ugh, I wish there was a mall here. Well, can't help you out there. How do you like my hat? Notice no one complimented it today. But yeah, the stones are usually... Oops. Sorry, Sam. The stones are a good bet for pretty much anyone. The only person that I know for a fact you don't give the stones to are Linus. Like, he will not be very happy to receive. And by stones, I don't mean like the rocks, I mean like that, like the minerals. Like topaz. Any of like the Kaya stones or Chia stones, whatever you want to call them, that people use while meditating. The villagers tend to look at them with respect, I guess. So it's interesting, to say the least. But yeah, so this book, it's about this dad who his kid gets abducted by the uncle, and so he's trying to find his kid and, you know, prove that it wasn't him that actually took the kid, but it was the child's uncle. Which unfortunately happens a lot. I mean, well, I don't know if it happens a lot. When kidnappings happen, it does tend to be from a known adult, I guess. And anytime there's a divorce going on, it increases the drama, it makes things like that more likely, and it's a mess. You know, since I'm not sharing names of any of my past employers, this will probably be an okay story to share. My old boss, actually, oh nice, we got an iridium star. He got arrested because he was going through a divorce, and they found him in violation of a protection order. To my knowledge, he didn't do anything to like hurt his ex-wife, but he just happened to be like in an area, and so they found him in violation of his restraining order and his protection order. And so, they found him in violation of one of his court orders. And when that happened, he got arrested. So I remember the sheriff showing up with a couple of deputies. I love to decorate for the different seasons. And taking him away in cuffs. I don't remember if you like the stones either. Let's find out. Oh, yeah, so she don't like it. That's fine. But yeah, so when you receive a court order, treat it very, very to the T. I obviously have never been a lawyer, but I have done a decent amount of research into law for different reasons. I minored in legal studies while I was going to school, so I'm very much aware of certain stupid things of the law, especially of the law where I used to live, which is Utah. So I'm living in Nebraska, and I'm very much aware of a lot of the laws here just because of experience from growing up here and the fact that my dad's a cop. I was able to learn the law, and then in high school I took mock trial and editing Mate Sipper here. I cut out a huge chunk of audio here because I was talking about some past decisions that I had made that I felt were not really appropriate to include, and also I think some of them might be in violation of YouTube. So what I wanted to say in place of that was, if you're ever in a position in your life that you feel as though nothing matters, do your best to just reach out to someone that you know you can fall on for advice, and just tell them what's going on in your life. If there's someone you can trust, and if there's someone that has shown to be a trustworthy companion or a trustworthy friend or family member. And lastly, if you ever find yourself addicted to anything, drugs, actions, just anything that can pose as an addiction, do your best to reach out to someone that once again you trust, and try to get away from it as fast as you can. I was lucky to get out of the life that I was living. I was lucky to be able to change my course of life, and I hope that everyone else would be granted that same luck, but I'm aware at how difficult it is to get away from things. As I was talking about and what I had cut out, I was addicted to something that was a really difficult substance to get away from. But it's a substance that I was able to actually get away from. And honestly, if I hadn't have gotten away from it, I'd probably be in prison right now. Or dead, most likely. And so I just want to empower you to do what's right. And this has been Mate Sipper. Now back to what I was actually recording. Thank you. I told my wife that when we teach our kids how to drive, one of the big things I'm going to teach them is, hey, like, when you're driving, when you make a decision, never second guess yourself. Just go forward with it, because most accidents are caused either by negligence or just not, second guessing yourself. I've never fished on this farm, but I know one of the big allures of this farm is actually the fact that you can fish here. So let's do that for a while. But yeah, like if you're at a stop sign, and if you could go, and you second guess yourself, you very easily can cause an accident behind you, because the person behind you could run into you, or you could delay just long enough that you accidentally pull out in front of someone. Like, you need to be very confident in what you're doing. And, I mean, obviously confidence comes with driving. Like, the more you drive, the more confident you become. And I'm not saying that I've done more driving than most people. I've definitely done my fair share. Driven across the country multiple times. So I've definitely experienced a lot of the stupidity that is driving. Oh, I think probably one of the wildest events actually of driving was this year, and that was driving a U-Haul across 2 different states. Those of you who do not live in the United States, a U-Haul is a It's a rather large truck. It's not a semi-truck, so you don't have to be especially licensed to drive it. But it's large enough that you can feel it. You can definitely feel the might of the vehicle. And driving that from Utah, where I used to live, through Wyoming, all the way out here to Nebraska was definitely an experience, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to, well, to do it, because now I can say that I've done it, and it's just another, another piece of practice I can use in the future if I ever need it again. I don't know if we're ever going to move that far again, but I guess if we do, I'm experienced in it. Yeah, that was a very painful move. I was actually amazed at the amount of work that was. Because it was just me and my wife, and so we had to pack everything up, and then we threw it all in a truck. And we were renting again, once again in a multi-family apartment complex, and so we had to submit our apartment for like a review. So the property manager came and like looked at it and said, all right, if you want your security deposit back, you have to do this and this and this. And so then we'd get that done, and then they'd come back and look at it and say, all right, now you need to do this and this and this and this. And so then we'd say, all right, we'd get it done. And then they'd come back and they'd say, all right, there's like 2 more things, and then you guys are off the hook. We'll be mailing you your deposit, and everything will be good. And we're like, all right, perfect. And so that was the first thing that was kind of a pain. The next part that was kind of a pain was we couldn't get everything to fit in the U-Haul and in my truck. So I have a Ford Ranger. Or my wife's truck. Sorry, my wife's car. And so then we had to have my in-laws come and help. And so they loaded up their cars as well. Hopefully I have enough energy for this. Yep, I did. Perfect. And so then we got that all loaded up, and then we still didn't have enough room. And so we had to reach out to someone that we were friends with about borrowing their shed. And so we borrowed their shed, and then my father-in-law drove back down and brought it up to his house, and then they, through an interesting set of events, my sister ended up going to Utah for a while. And so my parents drove her out there to drop her off at a school that she was going to. And so they drove her out there, dropped her off, and brought the box back. And so the move was basically like a month long. It was crazy. It was a very long move. I'm glad that it's done, and I know my wife is even more glad than I am. But holy cow. May I never do that again. And yeah, so with that, I think we're gonna call it a day. Hopefully we can make a decent amount of money from this. Let's see. We don't need any of you guys, right? Nope, perfect. Don't really want you. Sell you off, you, and you. I'll try to smoke that one up. Put all this away. And head in here. And I think that's how we're gonna finish off the day. So assuming I remember, tomorrow we're gonna go to the traveling cart. What else are we gonna do tomorrow? Probably mine a little bit, depending on how much money we got. If we have enough money, we'll get those trees in the ground. And probably should actually... Yeah, you know what? I think I will. I'm gonna go and down some more trees. I need to start thinking about that. Plus we have a ton of energy. So I need to get rid of some of this. Oh, I really shouldn't be chopping it this way. This is probably gonna fall in the river. Yeah, some of it did, not all of it though. In the morning, how much energy we got? 37. Alright, let's get this log out of the way. That is 24, 22. I think we leveled up, so I should be okay to knock this down. And there we go, break that. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Come on. Okay, I know that I can make it to bed from here, so we're gonna throw that in there. Turn around. Turn our little tail around and run to bed. Alright, and with that, we are going to take Rancher, Fisher, wow, we made $7,000 today. That's great. You know, I actually don't think I should have taken Rancher. I might change that in the future. We'll have to see. But this has been... You know, I'm going to double check. So I'll let you know in the next video if that's the one that I actually want to take or not. But yeah, this has been Mate Sipper. Signing off and wishing you a good rest of your week. And saying bye. Bye.